Hey guys, Coach Bryan with Tech Edge Trading. Hopefully everybody had a good Monday session. What an interesting trading day. It was a lot of chop today, a lot of volatility, which can be a good thing. If you guys know how to play off of volatility, it is a beautiful thing. I've had a few people hit me up asking me to go through the BLSP chart again, which I'm more than happy to do for you guys and let you know what I'm looking at, what I'm watching, and what I think could transpire. So I'll go ahead and do that. But you guys know that before I get into any charts, I always like to offer up a few pearls of wisdom. And there's a couple things that you guys need to know, especially when markets are pulling back and we're dealing with a lot of chop, a lot of uncertainty. Cash is very much a position. Remember that. You don't have to be fully invested all the time to make money in this game. This game is about keeping yourself safe and exploiting high probability plays and picking the low hanging fruit. That's the easy money. That's what we need to be going after, right? Not putting ourselves in unnecessary risk. So remember that cash is not always king, but it very much is a position. Also, guys, we need to get out of the mindset of being perma bulls or perma bears. That is a recipe for disaster, and I see it all too often with especially newer traders. You know, they'll get on the bullish bandwagon, and no matter what is going on, emotionally they are attached to the stock. They're not going to close that position. They're going to hang on to that losing trade. They're going to become a professional bag holder, and that's how it goes. If we're going to be a perma anything, be a perma fox. You know, you need to have a well-rounded short game. As well as a long game. It's like golf, right? You can't just rely solely on a long game. You have to be able to rely on that short game as well. You need to be able to get to a point in your trading career where you can trade any way, any market conditions, and still consistently make profit. Because we're not going to be in a bull market forever. You know, stocks don't always go up. I mean, everybody thinks they do, but they don't. You know, and with everything that's going on, we're ripe for a pullback, and you can see what's been going on the last few trading sessions. The market overall has been pulling back, and she's been pretty nasty the last few trading days. So, you know, you need to be able to exploit those situations to your advantage. That's what this is about. You know, we could take a look at SPY today, just all over the place. So much uncertainty. Take a look at some of the ultra shorts, the SQQQ, SQQQ. Look at her. She opened up this morning, sold off a little bit, came below that $13 price point, and closed at $13.52 today. That is a good move for the SQQQ. She's basically inverted, guys. So when the SQQQ is going up, the majority of your stocks are going to be coming down. That's why it's called an ultra short. So you can actually, you know, a lot of people use the SQQQ as a hedge. You can buy options on it. You can buy the stock outright. It's a good way to add a little protection to your positions. A lot of people do that with the ultra shorts. I just like to play them a lot of times when I know the market's rolling over, because the contracts are cheap. You pick up a weekly for, $35-40 a contract, and good, quick, easy way to make 50, 60, 75, even 100% on your money. So yeah, she was rocking and rolling. VIX is the volatility indicator. You can see she's all over the place. She gapped up this morning. There was a huge sell-off pre-market. She came back down, tried to balance out, and then came back up again. And you can see how the markets react. When the VIX started going up at the end of the day, markets started rolling. So, all right, guys. So let's get into BLSP. I've had a few people hit me up and wanted to get a little insight, which I'm more than happy to give. Considering what's been going on in the market last few trading sessions, I'm actually not overall concerned. Our volume's drying up. We had a little bit of spike here. As long as we don't see more selling pressure and this volume start to expand on the sell side, we should be okay. We're still holding strong on these levels. Now, it is a steeper retracement than I was hoping for after we got this reject at the 4-cent level. You know, ideally, I wanted to see her holding up in here, but because of the extra applied down pressure on the entire market and the sentiment, you know, you got to think about the sentiment behind what's happening during a correction. Even though this company is not, in the same ballpark or within any of these indexes, it's the sentiment behind it. Everybody's kind of in a sell mode right now. People are thinning positions, are closing positions. Institutions are readjusting their portfolios, readjusting sectors, all that stuff. That's what they do. They rotate sectors. So, we can hope and anticipate that, the green energy field is going to get some of that rotation. But it's always a danger to anticipate because we don't know exactly where the toots are going to be putting their money. But as far as right now, I'm not overly concerned with what I'm seeing. Like I said, as long as we don't get an expansion in volume and we see this break through these levels, I would get concerned if this 0121 level gets taken out, and then we have to see what she's going to do. Is she going to come out and then come right back up? But it's just kind of one of those things. We have to wait and see. This is a long-term position. It's the hurry up and wait game. We catch a rally in the market, a bounce back. We should start to see her coming back up in these levels. So any shred of news, we should start to see her coming back up. And I know we just got back in the Paris Climate Agreement, so it's going to take a little bit for news to catch up. This company, guys, keep in mind it's a penny stock. It's still pretty well unknown. All right, there's not a whole lot of people in line for BLSP right now. So we're hoping that in the future that's going to change. But you just kind of have to have diamond hands. And nothing's 100% in this game. I mean, if the trade doesn't work, it doesn't work. You got to cut your losses and move on. You got to know your own risk management and your tolerance and where you guys need to be exiting this trade. But for now, for me personally, it's still a hold. Until I see that 0.0121 level get breached and taken out, and this volume come up this way and expand, I'm not going to be too concerned about it. I'm okay holding here. And this is actually one of the only positions in my entire portfolio that's open right now because, cash is a position and I have closed all my swings. Been primarily focused on short-term scalps. Today, my average trade time was less than 30 minutes. So kind of give you guys an idea how quick in and out I am right now. And that's what you got to do in these choppy markets. You got to get your cheese and you got to go. You got to be like a mouse. Grab your cheese and back in the hole in the wall before the big cat comes out and play. That's how you got to play these types of market conditions. Because if you don't, you're just going to get burnt. There's too much volatility. There's too much chop. And it's too easy to get whipsawed out of a trade. So, you just gotta take what you can and be happy with it. So, all right, guys. Hopefully that helps. Over and out.